My name is Ryan. I am 20 years old. Every morning, I wake up and look in the mirror. I see my face, but I don't feel like me. My eyes look tired. My smile looks fake. I always ask myself, who am I? But the mirror never answers. I live in a small town. The streets are quiet. Every day feels the same. I wake up, eat breakfast, go to work, come home, and sleep again. People walk fast, cars move, the sky changes. But inside me, nothing moves. When I was a child, I had many dreams. I wanted to be an artist. I loved colors, stories, and painting. I could sit for hours and draw the sun, the trees, and my family. My mother smiled at my drawings, but my father said, "Art is nice, but it doesn't give you money." I was only 10 years old, but those words cut deep. After that day, I slowly stopped drawing. I told myself, maybe he is right. And one day, I put my colors in a box and never opened it again. Now I work in a small shop. I sell things I don't care about: shoes, bottles, toys, anything. The people come, buy, and go. My boss shouts when I'm slow. My coworkers laugh about football or girls. But I don't join. I just smile and say little things like yes or okay. But my mind is far away, thinking about another life. Sometimes, after work, I sit in the park. I like to sit on the same bench under a big tree. I watch children run and play, and I think about the boy I used to be. He was happy, brave, and full of dreams. Where did he go? Where did I lose him? The wind blows, and I close my eyes. I imagine painting again. The blue sky, the green grass, the yellow sun. For a short moment, I feel alive. Then I open my eyes, and the feeling is gone. Only emptiness stays. One evening, something strange happened. An old man came to the shop. He looked at me for a long time. His eyes were kind but strong. He said, "You look tired, young man." I tried to smile and said, "I'm fine, sir." He shook his head slowly and said, "No, you are not fine. You are lost." Then he walked away. His words stayed in my head all night. Lost. The word was simple, but heavy. It felt true. I lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, thinking about my life, my work, my dreams, my heart. Maybe I really am lost. But if I am lost, maybe I can be found again. That night, I took my old notebook from the drawer. On the first page, I wrote one simple line. Tomorrow, I will start looking for who I am. The next morning felt different. The sky was blue, the air was cold, and the world looked new. I woke up early and looked in the mirror again. My face was the same, but something inside me was not. I remembered my words from last night. Tomorrow, I will start looking for who I am. I didn't know where to start. I only knew I needed to move, to do something, anything. So, I put on my jacket, took my old notebook, and walked outside. The streets were quiet. I walked without a plan, just following my feet. After some time, I reached the small park where I always sit. The same bench, the same tree, the same wind. But today, it felt different. I sat down and opened my notebook. The first page still had my promise. On the second page, I began to write. I feel empty. I want to change. I want to find myself. The words were simple, but they felt strong. Each word was like a small light in a dark room. I wrote for a long time. Then, I looked around and saw a little boy drawing on the ground with chalk. He was laughing, drawing the sun and the sky. For a moment, I saw myself in him, the boy I used to be. My heart felt warm and sad at the same time. That evening, after work, I walked into a small art shop. The smell of paint and paper filled the air. My hands were shaking, but I picked up a small set of paints and brushes. The shop owner smiled and said, "Starting something new?" I smiled back and said, "Maybe starting something old." When I came home, I put the colors on the table. For a long time, I just looked at them. Then I opened one color, blue. I took the brush and made one simple line on the paper. It was nothing special, but it was real. It was me. That night, I painted for hours. I forgot about time, about work, about everything. My heart felt alive again. It was not perfect, but it was mine. Before sleeping, I wrote in my notebook. Today I took my first step. I don't know where it will go, but it feels right. And for the first time in many years, I fell asleep with a small smile. Days passed. Every evening after work, I painted a little. Sometimes I drew the sky, sometimes trees, sometimes just lines. I didn't know if my art was good or bad, but I didn't care. Painting made me feel free. One night, while I was cleaning my room, I found a small box under my bed. It was old and full of dust. When I opened it, I saw my drawings from when I was a child. There were pictures of my mother, my house, and the sea. I smiled. Then I felt a little pain in my chest. I touched the drawings and remembered that time. The time when I believed I could be anything. But then I remembered my father's voice again. Art is nice, but it doesn't give you money. Those words came back like a shadow. I looked at the mirror on the wall. My face was older now, but my eyes looked the same as that little boy's. I whispered, "I'm sorry." I didn't know who I was saying sorry to. Myself, or the child I used to be. I sat on the floor for a long time. I felt like two people. One who wanted to live freely, and one who was afraid to try. The two voices fought inside me. Then I heard rain outside. The sound was soft, and it helped me breathe again. I took one of my old drawings and put it on the wall. It was a picture of the sea. Under the sea, I had written, "I will go far one day." I smiled through tears. That child inside me never really died. He was only waiting for me to listen again. That night, I looked in the mirror once more. The same mirror from the first day. This time, I didn't ask, "Who am I?" I said quietly, "I am still learning who I am." Before sleeping, I wrote in my notebook. I lost myself because I stopped listening to my heart. Now, I will listen again. And when I turned off the light, I didn't feel lost anymore. Not found yet, but not lost either. A few days later, Ryan went back to the park. The same cold wind moved through the trees. He looked for the old man, but the bench was empty. He waited. Minutes passed, then an hour. Still, no one came. Ryan smiled sadly. Maybe he was only a dream, he said to himself. Before leaving, he saw something on the bench. It was a small brown notebook. Ryan opened it slowly. Inside, he saw short notes, written in careful handwriting. "Don't forget who you are. Your heart knows the way." Art is not about money. It is about being alive. At the last page, there was a small drawing. A drawing of the sea. Below it, 3 words were written. "Find yourself, Ryan." He froze. How did he know my name? He looked around quickly, but no one was there. The park was silent, only wind and falling leaves. Ryan felt something warm in his chest. He didn't feel scared. He felt peaceful. He sat on the bench, holding the notebook close. He thought maybe the old man was real, or maybe he was something else. A voice from inside his own soul. A part of him that never gave up. That night, back home, Ryan painted again. He painted the sea, the sky, and a man sitting on a bench. In the painting, the man was smiling at him. When he finished, he looked at the mirror. He saw himself, but not the man from before. He saw someone new, someone honest, someone alive. He whispered, "I know who I am now." He smiled softly and added, "I'm the one who never stopped searching." Then he placed the painting beside the old drawing from his childhood. The one that said, I will go far one day. And in that quiet room, Ryan finally did. Not in distance, but inside himself. And that was Ryan's story. A story about losing yourself and finding who you truly are. Sometimes life is not about running fast. It's about stopping for a moment, listening to your heart, and asking, who am I? Maybe you don't have the answer yet. That's okay, because every day, you learn a little more about yourself. If you like this story, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more stories like this. It really helps me a lot and keeps me making more English stories for you. Thank you for watching. And remember, never stop asking, who am I?